Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Danny and welcome back to my channel. Today we are building a cute little cottage off in Windenburg. I wanted to build another inspired build from Sims 4 Seasons, which is coming out soon, and this one was kind of drawing from the new careers that are coming out in the expansion pack. I'm super pumped for it. I'm obviously a huge plant nerd in real life, and now my Sims get to be even more plant nerdy. I'm hoping we get a bunch of new plants with the Sims, like, the new expansion pack, like new flowers and bushes, because that's one of those things that I'm always thirsty for more of. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It was almost like making kind of like a tiny build. It's not that tiny, but it definitely is on, one of the smallest lots in the game, so it's not big. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I kind of created it in mind for maybe like an older Sim, and maybe they have a couple cats running around or a dog, but there's only one bedroom, so there's not a lot of space. Also, the bed is against the wall, so I think that's a little limiting. I know that the Sims are smart enough to kind of get around and crawl over, but you're not gonna be able to woohoo in this house is all I'm saying. But yeah, sorry if I'm gonna try really hard to not repeat myself. This is actually the third time I'm doing this voiceover, because I tried to do it 2 times before this, kind of throughout the day, and both times I got barged in on by my boyfriend, and I'm not that good at video editing, so I didn't know how to fix the audio. But hopefully it should be fine. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, today's been a pretty chill day for me. This build was a lot of fun to make. Definitely got to do a lot of research on cottages, which was really fun. Definitely like a pleasant thing to search if you're looking for something nice, like puppies, flowers, cottages. It's great. But yeah, it's cool. I'm glad. I usually look up a lot of inspiration images when I'm building, especially when it's a little bit, more specific, architectural features for a specific type of build. And so I was looking up European cottages, and it was really interesting. I'm glad I did, because I think if I tried to just wing it, I would have just made a box, basically. But they actually have a lot of really interesting architectural elements. Lots of balconies, lots of window boxes are very prominent, and like kind of jutting out areas like bays and interesting roof details. It's a lot of fun. So it definitely left a lot more room for creativity than I thought. So that was a nice surprise. And actually, I was looking back on this video. I just obviously put bricks on it here. I kind of envisioned it being a little bit like mossed over with lots of rocks on the outside. But honestly, I kind of like the exterior of this all white, kind of like how it was before with the drywall. So I think if you ever felt like maybe renovating this build for a different purpose, it could look really dope with all white walls, maybe like that plaster exterior from Jungle Adventure. I think that would look really nice. There's definitely a lot of different ways you could go for it, but I don't know. I wanted to stick with something more traditional, tune into those earthy elements of this one. But yeah, you can see here I kind of jumped ahead. I went ahead and cut out the part of me doing the floor plan again, because I don't know. I think it went much nicer last time when I cut it out. It just makes the video so much more watchable than watching me dig around trying to figure it out. So basically, I just kind of have like a kitchen in the top left of the build, and the bedrooms over there on the right. You can see there. Oh, sorry, my throat is crazy right now. I'm very dehydrated because our air conditioning's out, and so there's a lot of elements going on right now, man. But anyway, I'm really pleased with how this is. I think it kind of took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to furnish this. It's just, I don't know. I definitely wanted to get across the vibe that an older Sim lives here, but that's not the style that I'm used to decorating it at all. Like that kind of country, a little bit like quaint, some older elements, some more traditional elements. Like that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I think by the time I hit the living room, I really felt like I had a feel for it. It was a lot of fun. The kitchen was a little bit of a struggle, but I did a couple tweaks here and there throughout the build. Just kind of made it look a little bit more refined, but definitely lots of little details. I put a cookie jar because nothing says like a grandma like a cookie jar, and have those coffee cups and one of those big chests that has a bunch of plates in it because old people love that kind of thing, you know. But yeah, here's the bathroom. Nothing too crazy here. I tested it out to make sure that your Sims can get around here because this is a little bit more of a small space. But rest assured, if you download this for your game, your Sims can do just about anything you want them to do. I checked. So yeah, just kind of pulling out some. I feel like when I'm decorating, I always see, you know, like, oh, this painting would look really good in this house, but not in this room. So you'll see me kind of pulling out different elements for other parts of the house as I'm decorating. But yeah, anyway, so like I was saying, my life is in shambles right now. Well, not really. It's just been pretty hot and inconvenient because our air conditioning is out and it is only getting hotter here in Ohio. So I've been hanging out in nice, 90-degree weather in the house, and it's been a little bit of a struggle. I've resorted to putting my towels in the freezer before I go to bed so I can like cuddle with them while I'm falling asleep, which, life hack if you ever have to do that. I'm sure, some of the people who are watching this are from warmer places than the Midwest, but anyway, it's hot for me, and I'm pansy. I don't like it. Also, like, oh my gosh, like, I was sleeping with my boyfriend last night, and just, I don't know, oh my god, having two bodies in the same bed, trying to deal with the heat, I was like, oh my god, I am in hell. I actually, before I thought of doing the towel thing, I was like, I'm just gonna grab something out of my freezer, and just like cuddle with it. But there wasn't really much in my freezer except for like this old bottle of vodka from like a year ago, just kind of randomly in my freezer. So I fell asleep just like spooning this old bottle of vodka. It was just so stupid. But I got a better hack now. But yeah, and we're moving on to the living room here. Like I said, this is a lot smaller of a build that I've been doing recently, and it's a little refreshing. I feel like you can be a little bit more detail oriented with all the space, and it's a lot of fun for me to put in all the clutter and stuff. So I made a little desk area. This front room serves kind of three purposes. I don't know, I was going back and forth because I definitely didn't want this home to feel too open plan because it's traditional, and traditional homes aren't really open floor plan, and I feel like it's so easy to be like, just make it an open floor plan when you build something and you can't quite figure out how to do it. Like, I'm definitely guilty of that. I do it all the time, but traditional homes aren't traditionally built like that. They have rooms that separate them apart. So I don't know, try to stay slightly more true to that. I think that the end result makes a lot of sense, and it's cute and it's cozy and it looks good. So yeah, just kind of finishing up that living room area there. There's a little dining room table. Before I put it on the gallery, I got like the little place settings out from Parenthood off of the debug menu. So if you download it, the table's already set for you. And yeah, this is more of the star of the show. Obviously this cottage is for a gardening sim, so I pretty much went buck wild outside with all the gardening elements. So that's kind of what we're moving on here to. It was fun. I pictured, the person that lives here has lived here for a really, really long time, and they've just nurtured all these plants until they're huge and they're a little overgrown, but they still look nice. So it was fun. I don't know, that's the nice thing about The Sims, because I feel like obviously in real life you have to take into account like oh, is this plant going to crowd this other plant? And if you put this plant here, is it going to get enough light? And, it's stressful. You got to make sure everything's in the right spot. But in The Sims, you can just put everything on top of each other and it looks great. Or at least in my opinion, I like it a lot. Oh yeah, I was really pumped. This was actually the first time I've put a clothes hanger in one of my houses. It hasn't felt right until now, and it's about time. So actually, when I was testing, to make sure that like you could get to the shower and you could get to the bed and all that stuff, I did some laundry on the on the clothes hanger. Oh my gosh, clothesline, and it works. It looks good. It's a lot of fun. I forget whose video it was. I was watching another Simmers video the other day, and they made like a off the grid video or build, and I loved it. I mean, they obviously had like the clothesline and the little wash bucket and stuff. I think I drew a little bit of inspiration. Their build looked nothing like this. It looked way better and very cool, and obviously had a lot of other focuses, but just like kind of parts of the outdoor area, I drew inspiration from that. I thought that was such a cool idea because, I mean, obviously there isn't really a grid in The Sims, but you could probably do some kind of challenge build with that house. It was a neat idea. I went ahead and put like kind of like a planter box area outside on this little pebbled area here. So you'll see more in the screenshots. Just have my sim out there gardening. I planted a couple different herbs before I put it up on the gallery, but I figured I'd leave most of it empty so you could kind of start from scratch and do what you want. Or if you feel like it, you could, download or debug or whatever the plants that you want to put in there, and that's your prerogative. Do whatever you want to do. It's your call. So yeah, just throwing in some rocks, just throwing in some plants, making the place look all spiffy. But yeah, I think the video's kind of coming to a close soon, so I might leave you here, let you kind of watch the rest of this speed build and just the screenshots and stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Give me any feedback you have, and I'll try to have another video out this week for you guys. How about that? I'm gonna try to hold myself to it. Anyway, take it easy, y'all. Bye-bye.